All right, Pokemon fans, I want to talk about the Sun and Moon anime because it was hinted at during the Kanto crossover, if you will, of the two-part episode where Ash and friends from Alola go to the Kanto region and meet up with Misty Brock at Professor Oak's lab, and then in the next episode where we actually have some great battles between Mega Evolved Pokemon and Zemus at the Cerulean Gym. Brock versus Kiawe and Ash versus Misty. And I believe at the ending of the episode before they went back to Alola on the airplane, Professor Kukui actually said that they're actually going to be working on establishing a Pokemon League in the Alola region, which is obviously a foreshadowing towards the, I'm guessing, the ending of the Sun and Moon anime, where the Pokemon League will be open and Ash will compete. Now, the question in my mind is, will Ash win the Alola League? And I mean, some people might consider this a bit too early to do the video, but I remember like 40 or 50 episodes in, if not sooner, in the Kalos X and Y series, people were talking about Ash winning that league based off, the fact that he had a pretty, I wouldn't say a well-balanced team. I mean, when, what, three of your Pokemon are flying and weak to electric and rock. Yeah, never mind. But either way, Ash looked like he was in a good position to win because even though he didn't have that much of a variety of Pokemon types, he was putting up some good battles with good strategies, except for the X-Scissor and Trick Room. That was ridiculous. But what I'm saying is, after the disappointment of him losing in the finals of the Kalos League, would him winning the Pokemon League in Alola make up for that? Put it this way. If Ash were to win the Pokemon League in Alola as the first time champion, would you consider that as epic of a win as him, let's say, winning a Pokemon League that's already been established for some time? It's pretty much like, all right, we're building a new obstacle course for the school. Now, Ash, since your name begins with the letter A, you're going to be the first one to run it. Okay. And then Ash, finishes the course and he has the best time because, well, he was the first one to try it out. So automatically he's the one that's going to have the best time up until a point somebody later on down the line gets a better time than him. Like, let's say if Brock, because his name begins with the letter B, runs a better time than Ash, and that's a quick run from him being champion. So what I'm saying is, would it feel a bit hollow and a bit expected for Ash to win the Alola League if it is just opening up for the first time? That's not to say that the league might not be developed in the same way the other leagues are. I mean, when you think about it, in the video games, Victory Road is the Pokemon League, so to speak. Yes, it is the path to the Pokemon League, but you're facing trainers who are either on your level or a bit higher than what you're used to. I'm talking like, when you get your 8th badge, you pretty much try to grind your team in Victory Road as much as you can before facing the Elite Four and then the champion. I guess the Victory Road in the video games is supposed to represent like the Pokemon competition in the anime where, Ash has to face a certain amount of rounds in order to get to the finals. And if he wins that battle, then he gets to challenge the Elite Four and goes to the Champion League. That's why I like the Diamond and Pearl series, one of my favorites, because they establish the rankings of the Pokemon League, how to become a member of the Elite Four, how to get to the Champion League, which was even more disappointing as to why Ash lost the Sinnoh League. But that's another video. What I'm saying is, to me, it feels a bit empty if Ash were to win that league because to me, it feels a bit expected, Like, it would be pitiful if Ash can't even win in a Pokemon League where it just opened up, But again, I guess we'll have to see if Ash will actually face some trainers in the league because even though the Sun and Moon anime is a lot better than I thought it originally was going to be, Ash really doesn't have that many Pokemon battles under his belt. I mean, aside from the Totem Pokemon and the Kahunas, he hasn't really faced that many trainers. Most of the episodes are focused around him and his fellow classmates in Kukui's classroom, going on adventures, going to different islands, and of course the Ultra Beast saga that just ended. I actually need to go back and watch that. I don't really know. Maybe for all we know, maybe the lack of Pokemon battles in the anime is going to be a precursor for the Pokemon League, where Ash will have to face a lot of Pokemon trainers. But then that means that, we'll actually have to have an entire arc of that. Then him facing the Elite Four and become a champion. I guess the bigger question is If Ash were to defeat the Pokemon League in Alola when it first opens up, would he automatically be in the Champion League? Because technically speaking, if there's no Pokemon League champion for him to battle and win, then he's automatically the champion, unless they're going to pull a Sun and Moon on us from the video games and the anime, where Kukui is the established champion, and if Ash catches and defeats him, then Ash will be the champion of Alola, being able to enter the Champion League. I guess the real question is, what is the Nintendo Switch going to do with the next generation of Pokemon? Will they do remakes of like the Sinnoh region? There are rumors they're going to redo the Kanto region, because remember, in Sinnoh, I believe it was Lucian in the episode in Elite Meet and Greet, where he explained to everybody that if you wanted to become a member of the Elite Four, so for example, if you're from Johto, you got to win the Johto League. From Sinnoh to Sinnoh League. From Kanto to Kanto League. So if Ash ever wants to become an Elite Four member, he would have to win the Indigo Plateau and Kanto to become a member of said Elite Four and go on to face the champion if he so pleases. Now, what I'm saying is, when it comes to Ash in the Alola region, if he becomes the champion of said league, would he become a member of the Alola Elite Four? Unless, I don't know, maybe the Elite Four will be established in the video games. We're going to have the Kahunas be the ones to be the Elite Four challenge. I really don't know. It's too early to really know for sure what's going down, but I just want to say that if Ash wins the Alola League, to me, it feels a bit too scripted. Just my opinion. I wanted to get your thoughts. If Ash were to win the Pokemon League, would you want it to be the Alola League? I mean, for me, again, it just feels too cookie cutter and dry that he would win a league as soon as it opens. It would be a bit disappointing for him to at least not make it to the finals, because that would be a huge step down from the Kalos League. And also the fact that, I really don't even know how to say it. For him to win a league now after making it to the finals of the Kalos League, again, it feels a bit too expected. So, I don't know. If he gets to face against Gladion, that would be pretty good. I mean, to have trainers like Gladion and whatnot in the league, that would be pretty interesting. But overall, what are your thoughts? Do you think Ash will win the Alola League? Do you think he should win the Alola League? And if he did, do you feel like it'll be a hollow victory?